Okay. Georgia Tech at Duke. Georgia Tech, I'm sorry, Duke minus 1.5 is the line. Game total at 61.5. Okay. I really want to take Georgia Tech here, but I feel like the line is telling us what's going to happen here. I don't trust Duke at all. Um, it's kind of concerning that Georgia Tech is coming into this one with a number next to their name and 6-0. Um, let's take a look at the recent form here. Duke. Last we saw them, they beat up on Virginia Tech like everybody else has. They struggled against Wake, but they got in overtime. I'm sorry. Their last game, Duke is coming off a bye at home. The last time we saw them, they beat the crap out of Cal, beat the crap out of Syracuse. The Cal win was the Cal game was weird. I want to say it was tied. It was tied at halftime, and then Duke just came out and destroyed Cal in the second half. They just, it was like touchdown after. It was just it's like up and down the field, touchdown after touchdown. One of those kind of games. The game against Syracuse was the Syracuse first game with their backup quarterback, and their backup quarterback is terrible. They beat up on NC State, lost to Tulane, lost at Tulane, lost at home against Illinois. What's giving me pause here is that Duke Illinois matchup. Illinois is a really physical team, and so is Georgia Tech. And Illinois just beat the crap out of them. Just beat the crap out of Duke. They did what they wanted, and I kind of feel like Georgia Tech they have the better roster. I want to say I'm willing to say they have a better coach, and I think they and I this road spot just doesn't scare me. Um, I'll take Georgia Tech. Just take Georgia Tech plus 100. I don't understand this line. Um, and typically when I do that, I take the opposite side of the one I like, just because I feel it's the case of Vegas knowing something that we don't. I'm gonna fall for the trap. Give me Georgia Tech plus the 1.5, and I'll probably just end up playing it on the money line plus 100. If I can get Georgia Tech at even money against Duke, that doesn't scare me either. I would look to play the total to the over. I think there's gonna be a ton of points scored in this game. Even Duke can't stop anybody. I mean, 45 points given up to Illinois, 34 points given up to Tulane, 33 points given to NC State. They stopped Syracuse, who's playing again with their backup quarterback for the first time. They did give up 21 to Cal in the first half and then shut them out for the rest. I still don't trust this Duke defense. I do trust this Georgia Tech defense. I think some of these scores have been kind of dressed up. 24-21 against Clemson. I think Clemson's a better team than Duke is. 24 points against Temple. They kind of dressed that one up at the end. 20 points against Vatek. 29 points against Wake. I think Georgia Tech kind of got their road scare against Wake. They've got a road win here. So this doesn't scare Duke for football does not scare me nearly as much as Duke for basketball does. Give me Georgia Tech. Take it on the money line plus the 100. We've got a head scratcher of a line here. I feel like it's wrong team favored, and that's odd to me. I know that Duke has had a couple impressive wins recently, but that's just because of some of the spots they've been in. Again, Syracuse backup quarterback, Cal just kind of crapped all over themselves in the second half. I don't it must have been a fight in the locker room or something, because the way they came out was totally flat, and Duke just took advantage. So I think Georgia Tech is just too experienced to be taking advantage the same way Cal was. Cal is a pretty young team up and down that roster, so I'll ride with Georgia Tech here. This is a weird line. I like Vanderbilt. I can understand them being favored at home against LSU. This one I don't get at all. I think Georgia Tech is they've gone out and proven they're just the better team. Now this could be the spot that trips them up. They are 6-0 with a number next to their name on the road. That's typically those are red flags in my eyes. But I think Georgia Tech is just too experienced and just too good to let this spot be the one that ruins their season. So I ride with these Yellow Jackets. Let's go. Next up.